Hi there. So great win for us today, beating Everton 1-0. Your thoughts on the game?
Just amazing after that 6-year drought to finally get this. Like, North London derby's next week, but this in itself is a big thing because I feel like it really asserts us within the league as to this is a different level of team to what we've had before. Like, we're here and we're ready to change things.
Yeah, it was really important today to get that win. As you said, it's been a long time since we won here, and we knew they were going to give us a physical battle, and it was important that we stood up to that, and we've done that really well.
Yeah, I feel like what we have, which is really good, and I feel like we need to keep more of, is when we're punchy, we're fantastic. We're like in control. Like, you need to look at the possession in the first half. Like, it was fantastic from us. But the moment we drop back a bit, that's when we lose it, and we lose formation, we lose possession, and it just gets a bit scrappy, and we look like a team on the back foot. But we have that in us to be that team on the front foot and keep that possession, keep that punch. So if we can do that for the rest of the league, and we know we've got that formula, we just need to extend it out, then I think we've shown some good things in this game, and we've shown some things we need to continue for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. What did you think of the lineup today? So we saw 2 changes. Goalkeeper was changed. Raya came in for Ramsdale.
Yeah. I think Raya, do you know what? I know there was probably a lot of scepticism about, Ramsdale's going. He's such an established name for us. Even I, when I saw that was happening, was like, okay, I don't know if this is the match to try it for, considering our record. But actually, Raya did, he did his bit. He did a good job there. I mean, clean sheet. In all fairness, our field play was all over them. But I think Raya really proved himself. And I kind of hope by having 2, really high-level goalies in there, that it kind of pushes the 2 of them, and that we have a really solid goal, defence, basically. Because you see Everton, Pickford is essentially their star player. And I feel like by having that competition, we can almost replicate that, but obviously in a better way because we're not in Everton, so,
Okay, and then we saw Havertz being replaced today by Fabio Vieira.
Yeah. I mean, Havertz, I want to but I'm concerned he was a lot of money for not much substance. Like, the amount of money we paid for him, that should be a player who is making assists, making goals happen. And he's not. He's any other player at the moment, which is just not what we need from a player that's supposedly of that calibre. So I think our subs this game were solid, really solid.
Okay, and then Trossard came on early in the game because Martinelli got injured.
Yeah.
Got that old important winning goal for us today.
Trossard's a good up-and-coming player, I feel like this maybe might cement him as more of a first-team player, like someone who's going to get brought on more because, he pulled his weight. And that's all we need. All you need from a player fundamentally is that they pull their weight and make those opportunities, and he did that.
Okay, what did you think of our goal that got disallowed in the first half for offside?
Yeah, I was not happy with that. Obviously, I want to go home, I want to rewatch the footage and, see where the line was. But in my eyes, I did not think that should have been disallowed. But considering we came away with the win anyway, I think it's just a sign of how dominant we are. We got a disallowed goal and yet still won the match. But yeah, I think it was a sketchy call, to be fair.
Okay, who would you give your man of the match to today?
It's a good question. I think it depends on what you're giving man of the match for. I think in terms of punchiness, I think Nketiah had some really good moments of just really trying to drive forward and giving that push that I think we have in the team and we need. But overall, Trossard coming on, scoring his first Prem goal, you got to give it to him, and especially scoring that goal to end our 6-year drought. That's a big moment for the guy. So for pure pluckiness, fair enough, give it to him.
Okay, so it's really early in the season, still only 5 games in, small sample size, but just looking at how we're going and some of our rivals, what's your thoughts on how we're looking this season?
And I think it's too early to tell anything yet, but I think so far, no losses. Fundamentally, that's what you want at this point. We got to remember even the Invincibles had draws. I think what we have is the formula for a great team, and we've got the manager to make another Invincibles team. We just need to cultivate that level of push that we have and keep it going. Because at the moment when we have those moments of sloppiness, that lets them through. But I think we've got a good formula here, and I think next weekend will be a tough one purely for the rage that's involved. But I'm quietly confident, not in a way where I'm like, oh, it's in the bank, but I think we've got a good shot, and I think we've got some excellent players. I think what Arteta's done well is he's kept those homegrown talents, he's cultivated talent as he's gone, and I think we've got a really solid team, we seem like a solid unit, and I hope that comes together to give us the result that we want.
Yeah, let's hope so. So next up for us is the Champions League. It's been a long wait. PSV on Wednesday night. Your thoughts on that game?
Hope it goes all right. I'll be honest, I don't know all that much about PSV. I'm hoping to get a ticket last minute, but yeah, I hope it goes all right. I think if we can do well within the European leagues, that again is a really assertive mood. I think so much of how the season is going in this early stage, and just generally for the champions, the Prem, everything, if we can assert ourselves as a dominant force who people are afraid to come up against, that means a lot. I'm hopeful as well. We have them on home ground. That obviously gives a really good psychological advantage that they're coming to us, we're not letting them have it. So I'm hopeful for it. I haven't looked that much into the stats and that, I'll be honest, but I'm hopeful. I back us.
Okay, then after that, as you mentioned, it is Tottenham next weekend. Massive game, as always. Your thoughts and prediction of that one?
I mean, we've got to win, haven't we? We can't be having it if we don't win. But I'm hopeful. Like I've said, we beat Man U. Man U are another big rivalry. Obviously not to the same level, but we beat them. We've got some good tactics going. I think we can do it. I really hope we can do it. And I think if we can beat Tottenham, that's a big move for us in confidence and also in points.
Okay, and just one last thing. We're here today at the Gunners Pub in Highbury watching the game. Just wanted to ask you, I know you're a regular here, so tell us about why you like coming here and the services and facilities that they offer.
The Gunners, it's exactly the vibe of a small town local pub, but in the best way. Staff are friendly, prices are great for London. I obviously appreciate all the Arsenal memorabilia, as you can tell, but it's just a super nice pub. Everyone is super friendly. I mean, one of my flatmates works here and it's a great working environment, which is always, an additional green flag. It's just a wonderful pub, and for watching the football, it's such a good setup. Wherever you go to walk to get a drink, you can see where the game is. So it's a lovely pub. They've got a lot of live music on, they're really supporting local talent. It's just everything that you want from a local pub, but obviously with the feel of hosting international football games.